here in the land of milk and honeys, and talk to you about Sol. Because as much as we see what's happening right now in the world of BTC and Litecoin and other wonderful cryptos, there are also coins like Sol, Solana. And Solana is a very interesting coin. And I know it has its share of haters. People who say, oh, it's a venture backed coin, therefore it's not a real crypto and it's never going to do anything. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, as a trader, I don't care about that when you're trading low time frames, right? We care about the returns on any given day, on any given trade. As a holder or an investor, that's a very different story. Does Solana have what it takes to be a strong cryptocurrency? Arguably, yes. Has it had its share of hiccups, as many other coins, including Bitcoin, have had? Yes, it has. In fact, it's had its fair share. Right? It's had a number of times when the network is down, for instance, which is not really an acceptable situation when it lasts sometimes hours or even a day or two. That is not okay. But nevertheless, it persists. People didn't just run from it the moment that their network came back online, the last time that they had a network outage that lasted a while, or the time before that, or the time before that. Why didn't they run? Because it's accepted in the world of tech that you're going to have some hiccups along the way. And those things happened fairly early on in its existence. Now, yes, you can say, well, it was already a few years old when those most recent hiccups happened. It shouldn't be happening. And I would say you're correct. Nevertheless, they happen. And it's quite normal for that to happen and to be the case. All the same, people who are not fans of Solana, who will say it's a scam coin, there's only meme coins on it, and NFTs, it doesn't do anything. Well, it does do something. It trades, and it has very nice gains to the upside and the downside. So, to wit, I would argue that in fact Solana is set to have a very nice period of time in front of it. I'm talking about the very high level here. I'm not telling you about specific trades or what's happening on the day. I'm saying in the big picture, there's a lot of development happening on Solana. Right? It has a pretty decent size core of developers. And if you look at the charts and compare where the money is going right now in Solana versus ETH, well, you'll notice that recently, I think it was in September, a lot more money went into Solana than into ETH. You might even say that the outflows from ETH went directly into Solana. It was a massive migration of money, and the odds are pretty high that a lot of people who bought ETH and held it for a while and then realized, I don't really want to be holding ETH, dumped some of their ETH, maybe all, whatever, and ran to Solana. Now, am I saying ETH is going to die? No, probably not anytime soon. Okay, as much as I'm not a great big fan of ETH, I don't think it's going anywhere, at least for the time being. because it still has a lot of characteristics that people like. It still has the largest group of developers. Again, that's because the majority of those developers work for things like big banks, big financial institutions, big software companies. Right? They're working for large corporations that don't give a damn about the price of ETH, and they don't care if they have to spend $3,000 to send a $100 transaction on gas fees, right? They don't care. To them, money is literally digits on a screen that don't affect them. Yeah, the accountants might not like it, but to them, it's kind of, it's all sort of play money until it's real. So, to the people that hold a lot of it already, they really don't care what the price is. They really, really, really don't care. Especially not when they're accepting ETH as transactions or they're processing transactions on ETH. And so they get a lot of gas money, right? And the people who have large stakes are earning significant yields. So they really don't care what the price is from day to day, or even week to week or month to month. They just don't care. They have a kind of grand vision that they think that ETH is going to be, the be all and end all of crypto for big applications, for big corporations. The fact is, it's not. Yes, a lot of big corporations and central banks, etc., are using ETH, and they're going to continue to use ETH to develop what they call smart contracts, even though they're really just dumb contracts. Because what is a smart contract? It's a routine. What is a routine? A dumb, repetitive process that is assigned to robots. That is why it's even called. Your lights, bro. That's why it's called a smart contract, quote unquote. It's not a smart contract. It's the opposite. It's a dumb contract. But they call it smart contracts, I guess, to sound smart. Hi from Turkey. Hello, Turkey. Hi from Israel. Cool username, by the way. Harley Quinn. I love it. Peace be unto you. And I have a lot of friends in Turkey, actually. So Solana is actually looking pretty good when you look at the Sol ETH pair over the recent days, weeks, and months. Solana has been crushing ETH. Now, do I expect that to just continue and only go to the moon? No, there's always distribution and mean reversion. But Solana has been having a very nice run. When I looked at the pair yesterday, Solana was at a record high compared to ETH. Right, the Sol ETH pair, the Sol side was at a record high. Does that mean it has to stay that way? No. You will have distributions and mean reversions, and the price action will follow. So don't be surprised to see that number come down. But overall, Sol is looking very healthy. And when people make the argument that it's not a useful coin because it's venture backed, let me tell you something. A lot of coins are venture backed. Okay, that's just hype that people say, or a FUD that people say around that particular coin because they don't like it. And if you think ETH isn't venture backed, given how many huge corporations back it, okay, the fact that it's not venture backed in a traditional sense does not mean it's not venture backed. Banks back it. Central banks back it. The biggest corporations in the world back it. It's about as venture-backed as it can be. Okay, the fact that it's not a traditional venture-backed startup and that it is a decentralized crypto, even though it's proof of stake, does not mean it's not venture-backed. It's just a different kind of venture backing. So I'll let you chew on that one for now. And see you in the next one. Cheers.